So, how is it here?
It's wonderful.
Hmm?
It's very wonderful.
Yeah, I hope in 3 days it's still. Have you ever been on a retreat?
Yes, I have. I've been a Samanera.
What?
I have been a Samanera.
Here in Thailand, or?
Yes, in Wapanamacham.
Oh, what banana shop? Oh, okay. How long?
1 year.
1 year.
And also 1 year in Sri Lanka.
1 year in Sri Lanka. Have you been back to Sweden?
Yes.
So here we concentrate just on practice. Samadhi, yeah. Yeah, Michi. Huh? Fasting itself is not practice. Some people, mix it up. It helps the practice because it makes the body very light. So we can use it as a means, to increase our sati, samadhi. ครูอ้อยอยากฟังด้วยละภาษาอังกฤษนะ
Practice English.
Practice English. Okay, good. So I don't know if they told you, if you have any questions there, about practice, if there's not a talk, but you need to solve some problems, you can come in the morning, after the meal you can ask questions, or in the afternoon after Panna, at the office. Yeah. So how's it going, everyone? Huh? We are nearly half of our Pansa is over, huh? It's going down. Down.
Places are increasing and suffering.
No, it's not necessarily true that the kilesas are increasing. It is much more likely that we see the kilesas more.
I don't think I could have more. It's just, very...
Yeah. Always remember one thing, that's always I told myself. It only comes as tough as you can take it. It won't overwhelm you. So, keep that in mind. Whatever is thrown at you, you can take it, you can find a way out, and if you can't think of a way out, then come and see me, because that's why I'm here for. This year I've given very few talks, because everything, now it is up for you to practice, I don't know how I did manage it, 2 years ago, every a week, 3 times, a talk. I'm getting older, so I don't have the energy, and it all pulls, it all pulls from the interest of the people, If the people are asleep, no, please not. If the people are asleep, I don't know what to say. So be awake, and practice, if you practice and there are problems arising, and then we can deal with it. So how is Singapore? Where is there he is.
Singapore is, I think, still doing fine.
Doing fine. How was your trip to Thailand?
It's quite tiring.
What?
Quite tiring because there was a lot of traveling. the last few days. But yeah, overall it's quite good. Got to meet many group Ajahns. Yeah.
Yeah. And each Kubachan tells you something different, so I mean you get more and more confused, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it so often with Thai people, you know, they make a trip to all the Arahants that used to be here in Thailand. And I mean, each Arahant was teaching slightly different, you know, always meaning the same thing, but they did not understand it because their wisdom was not, yeah. So they got confused, yeah. This Ajahn said this, yeah, I should practice like this. That Ajahn said this, you know, I should practice like that. In the end, they didn't know how to practice, yeah. I mean, keep your attention on one thing. I mean, there are two things, yeah, that we always have to do, no matter what, you know, no matter what the Ajahn teaches. I mean, training samadhi, either with the Buddha or with the breath, yeah? And then after that, once our mind is calm, you know, I mean, going into investigation. And the first object of investigation is our body, yeah? We are so much attached to this body. Yeah? I mean, constantly looking after this body, constantly worrying about this body, and then in the end, you know, worrying about death, where we go next. It's all about the body. It's all about the body. So, how many people are in the session? Yeah?
Well, 20 people.
Mostly from Singapore, or?
I think it's a mixture. Yeah, there are people from Europe as well.
From Europe, huh? Where Europe?
USA as well.
It's not. That's not Europe.
Yeah, there's someone from what you can see from the names, someone from Switzerland.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the rest are Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei. Yeah.
The couple in Brunei. Still waiting. What is this? We might have some trouble.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What was it? Nothing. So, I mean, start with your questions, yeah?
Yep. Anyone with questions, you can unmute yourself. Or you can raise your hand first.
Why do you want to have a Zoom session if you don't have any questions?
John, may I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yes.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
John, I would like to ask a question regarding the body contemplation. Like when doing it by like chopping off different parts of the body and putting it out in front, I can go through the body, the arms, the legs, the internal organs going out, and I can see the organs are out the front, and I'm here observing it, and it's not me. And the eyes, everything like that. Where I run into a problem is when it comes to the brain. I can't quite get around the brain part of it and how to see that or as not me, as and so on. Perhaps you could give some comments on that, please, Ajahn. Thank you.
Are you from England or Scotland?
I'm Scottish, living in Switzerland.
I heard a Scottish accent.
Yes, exactly.
Can you chop off the whole head and put it in front of you with the eyes looking at you?
I didn't try that one. I took the eyes themselves, the ears, the nose.
I mean, try out first, coarse parts, just the hand, the arms, and then put this, yeah. Even the torso, I mean, put the three parts of the torso and then chop off the head, and then look at it, yeah. Because within the head, is the brain, so I mean, you might be being able to overcome, with the brain. And once you can do that, you can do it more detailed, yeah. I mean, split it in half, and then look at it, open it up and see, yeah.
Okay.
It's an identification, it is mostly the identification with our mind, with our assumption that our mind, is in the brain, yeah. But actually, our mind is in the heart, yeah. So, I mean, try different ways, how to do it. Do it coarse, I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be detailed, yeah. As long as you see all the parts are out there, yeah. And then what is sitting there? What is sitting here? And what does see these things, yeah? That helps you getting a slight detachment. But you have to do this exercise very often, yeah, in order, to really cut down on the fetters of attachment to the body. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? Try it out, and next time you can ask again. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ajahn. Very helpful. Thank you. Anyone else with questions to ask? You can raise your hand. Oh, sing.
Hello, Lumpong.
Yeah.
We wish you good health.
Yeah.
I have a question to ask following what was said just now, see?
Yeah.
About this body.
Yeah.
Cutting it off apart and then put it. See, when I look at myself, in the mirror, I can see my head, everything. Then I call myself a saint.
Yeah.
With this big stomach. But when I chop myself up into bits and pieces, I put there.
Yeah.
Saint disappear.
Yes, that's good.
It's only a name only. I'm bluffing myself. You are saying it's only a label that I attach to this arrangement when I arrange myself like that.
Yeah.
But if I simply put myself into a heap, I cannot find a saying.
That's right. That's the whole idea. That is the whole idea.
It's only a label only, like Toyota, Nissan, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So there's no real saying. See, I can label myself as John or Michael or anything like that. See, so.
Yeah, but you go too much into thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, what you call this body, as long as you have this attachment. Yeah. I mean the body is a tool. It is an absolutely fantastic tool. Yeah. That lets us create all sorts of things. Yeah. I mean, with the body comes the feelings of the body. Yeah, comes the sensation of the body. Yeah, and we can create. We can use our hands, we can use our feet. And we can use the mind together. With the body. To create. To create the world as we can see it. Yeah, that's why we are so attached to the body. Yeah. So I mean, put it down. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how you call it. Yeah, just see the body. Yeah? And where actually is the body? When you put down all these parts, which part of the body? Yeah? I mean, be it the feet, is the feet the body? Yeah? Or is the brain the body? Or is the head the body? Or is the torso the body? No, when you pull it out, when you open up the torso, I mean, when you pull out the lungs, is the lungs the body? Or is the heart the body? Or is what is the body? Yeah? And then play with it, yeah, and then put it together, yeah. But I mean, put the legs, at your shoulders, and put the arms at, at the lower torso, yeah. And what is it? This a body, yeah? Or put your head between your legs, I mean, what is it, yeah? I mean, play with it to understand, what is actually body, yeah? It doesn't matter, yeah?
So that means it is quite obvious. It's quite obvious that I am just a process from the karma. My karma is manipulating and I exist following the flow of the karma. I cannot control over myself. There's no this anatta there.
Oh, yes.
I cannot do.
No. That is wrong thinking. Yeah, you go in the direction that there is no self. Yes, there is self. Yeah. Yeah. And that is what is driving you on. Yeah. This self, drives you to think like this. This self tries to act you like this, and this self, tries to do these things, or do that thing. Yeah. But this self, in itself is an illusion, yeah? But the moment you think this is an illusion, yeah, I mean, you don't have control over it. You have to investigate to see that it is an illusion, yeah? And it is not only karma that drives you, yeah? There is a will. You know that? And that will creates the karma.
Yes.
And this will, you can call self or, whatever you want, yeah? And this will, put you down and practice, samadhi or practice investigation, yeah? You want, yeah? It is, this will, is part of avijja, yeah? Without this will, we cannot get enlightened, yeah? So if you deny this, I mean, you're really in, yeah? You're really in that, how do you say it? Yeah? You're really in trouble. Yeah, don't deny this. Yeah, we want things. Yeah, we want things most of the time. We want things for this body, to feel comfortable, to take a shower when it is hot. Yeah, or when we feel dirty. Or eat something or sleep, and so on. Yeah, but this will, can be utilized, to find a way out. Yeah, out of birth and death. So don't deny it. It is the last thing that goes. Huh? And you're not at that stage yet. Don't say, there's only karma, I mean, I can't do anything. Yeah? You are creating karma with this thinking. Yeah? I cannot do anything because all what is there is karma. Yeah? No, that is wrong. Yeah? You go the wrong path. Huh? You understand that? Linda? Huh? If he doesn't understand it, explain it to him. Huh? No, the will is very important. It is really important. Yeah? Without a will, we cannot reach enlightenment. Yeah? And this will is part of avijja. Yeah? It has two things. Yeah? It is this wanting to know, yeah, and wanting to understand. This is the will. Yeah? Huh? But not being able to know and not being able to understand. That's a predicament of avijja. It wants to know, yeah, but it's not able to know, yeah, within its own realm, yeah. And it wants to understand, but it's not able to understand within its own realm. And this wanting, yeah, this wanting to understand what is going on, what the hell is going on, yeah, this is something that leads us to the end of birth and death, yeah? Or to the deathless, or whatever you want to call it. You understand that? Yeah? So put the body out there, and see it. And what is it that sees this body? Huh? That is intellectual. You have to ask the moment all the body parts are out there. What is it that perceives, yeah, or sees, these body parts, yeah? What makes the connection to these body parts? Huh? It's just like a puzzle, I mean, you put the stones together and you have a picture. But if you only have these building blocks, yeah, I mean, there's nothing there. So you create this body, yeah, from these building blocks, yeah? And then you associate, with this picture or with this body, yeah, and think this is me, this is mine, yeah. So when you take it out, the me and the mind and the I disappears, yeah, and then the moment you take part of it back, and put it back, onto the seat, then the I appears again. And this is something that we have to train, yeah, until it is clear cut, yeah, that the body and the chitta are two different things. So you do have to ask yourself, when you see all these body parts out there, what is it that sees this body? You understand that? Linda understands, yeah?
I cannot say I understand or I cannot understand because it's all the brain talking, not.
Yeah, you have to do it. You have to practice it, yeah? Okay?
And then also, when I'm just on this topic, I remember a few years ago, I used to ask you how to enter into Apana Samadhi,
Yeah.
how to jump into it.
Yeah?
I've been trying for a number of years since I met you. And then you always tell me, jump into the pool.
Yeah?
Recently, after I listened to one of your talk, I can feel the noise is very strong here.
Yeah?
Then when the breath stop and the Buddha cannot Buddha anymore, there is a strong knowing. Then
Yeah.
I focus on that knowing
Yeah?
for a short time. So is that jumping in the pool?
It is the beginning of jumping into the buhu, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
If
It took me
you...
4 years.
Yeah? That's, at least, it is good, yeah? Yeah? If you, some people can jump into it, quickly by not being interested in anything than the breath, yeah? Then it automatically, yeah? It automatically goes there. So the moment the breath really stops, be careful. The breath does not disappear. It stops. And it stops, and then most of the time fear is coming up that you die. Yeah? So you have to prepare yourself. Yeah? Yeah? Whatever can disappear, let it disappear. Yeah? So if the breath stops, let it disappear. Yeah? And then just know. This jumping is not easy. If you have the interest as what is happening, yeah, actually it would lead you, this interest, leads you into this tunnel of knowingness, and then you don't even have to jump into it. Yeah? But you try, and as long as you try, it will not go.
I tried for 4 years.
Yeah, don't try, yeah, just follow. Yeah? Follow the flow. Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Recently, for the past 2 weeks, when I was trying to do investigation, it didn't happen before, but nowadays, whenever I try to investigate, somehow my blood pressure went chaotic. Is that normal?
Your what?
And after that, when
What is
blood pressure
went up or went down?
it went up. But when I try to rest,
Yeah.
then after 3 hours, it's like back to normal.
Yeah.
And then when I try to invest, this is like happening these past 2 weeks. It never happened before when I do investigation, but nowadays, whenever I try to investigate,
Yeah.
it will just go haywire. Is that, I don't know what's happening.
What? How do you know that the blood pressure is going up?
No, I only measure after.
What?
After my investigation. I only measure my blood pressure after. It sort of shot up. But of course, when I rest for a while, after a few hours, it went back to normal. So, but I find that each time I want to do some Dhamma work or try to investigate,
Yeah.
it's like always going haywire. Oh, but it only happened these 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what is going on.
Yeah. If you want to know what it if you want to know what is going on, then do some sort of reflection, yeah? when you sit down, your blood pressure is normal. Yeah, I mean, feel yourself. I mean, feel the whole body. Yeah, and then look at the thoughts and the memories that come up. Yeah, before you do the investigation, is there some fear coming up? Because the fear, increases our blood pressure. Yeah? So there might be some fear coming up, or there might be some worries coming up that you are not aware of. Yeah? So look at it. Yeah? Look at the thoughts, that precede this blood pressure rising. Yeah? And then you know it.
Okay, but even when I do sitting meditation and I felt that the session was really calm,
yeah,
and I could feel like the calm. But when I come out, when I measure, it's like it went up again, my blood pressure. Even though the sitting meditation was like calm. I'm not sure why. It's only happening like recently. It never happened before. So I'm not sure what is going on. Is it my kilesa playing parts, or I don't know, don't want me to meditate? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can be sure of the last thing, that the kilesas don't want you to meditate, and they especially don't want you to investigate, because that's undermining their power. Yeah, and whatever undermines their power, they try to fight. Yeah? There is something going on. Yeah, and you are not aware of it. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, when you notice that the blood pressure has gone up. Yeah. After your meditation session, go in and make a very, very detailed reflection. Yeah, when you sit down, what kind of thoughts came in. What kind of memories came in. Yeah, and is it really that calm? Are there really no thoughts?
It was pretty calm. I don't know. To me, it was like really calm. For sitting meditation was calm. I mean, that's what I thought.
It sounds strange to me, because actually what happens to me is that the blood pressure goes extremely low. Yeah, it goes down. When I sit in samadhi, I mean, it is so when I stand up, I see all these stars coming up. Yeah. So look at it, yeah. I mean, investigate. Also, before you sit, before you sit and say, okay, now I want to do samadhi. I mean, be more aware of what is going on in the mind, yeah. Because the mind gives you the clues, yeah. The kilesas actually tell you what they are up to, yeah. But we never catch them, telling us, oh, I'm so tired, I want to go sleep, and then you fall asleep, yeah, while you're sitting in samadhi, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bruno.
Yeah, it's about time to come here to Thailand, yeah. I don't pressure you, yeah.
I understand. When I look at you from my video camera, you look very bright and happy, radiant.
Very bright and happy.
So you look good and well.
Yeah. Okay, so next question. Yeah.
Okay, Arif, you want to unmute yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Brother Sandy. Hi, Ajahn. I have a question on in the point in meditation when there is no light, we say it's dark. For thoughts, when there is no thoughts, the mind is a bit like quiet or empty, but there is still this thing that can, like, attention or knowing that can move.
Yeah.
And what is it that moves the attention? And behind it, I feel like there is a self behind it still.
You go too much into thinking. Observe what is happening. Yeah. Of course, the knowingness knows. The knowingness knows the attention, and when something moves, and then it is the kilesas that move the attention to different objects. Yeah. You always have to. If you are staying with the Buddha, or if you're staying with the breath, yeah, then the attention does not move. Yeah. But when you go, the moment you go onto the feelings, then the attention moves, yeah? Then you go to the feelings, then you go back to the breath, and you go back to the feelings, then you go back to the breath. What moves the attention is the chitta. And as long as the chitta is not calm, it will move, the attention to this, then you suddenly feel something in the body, then you go to this feeling, and then you go to that feeling. Keep your attention on the Buddha, or keep your attention on the breath. Yeah? Even if you don't perceive any light, even if you perceive darkness, keep on the breath. Yeah? Don't think, there's an empty room, because you are the one who is occupying the empty room. Yeah? You're still in the room and look at the empty room. And that's not the way. You should look at the breath until really the breath stops. Or Buddha, you can't, yeah? Just like I explained before, the Buddha, you can't repeat the Buddha anymore, because, you feel the concentration. The best way, really to go into Appana Samadhi is, once you feel, it is focusing in, it is getting so strong, then just go with it, nah? Just, don't worry about anything, just go with the flow, and you will end up in Appana Samadhi. But the moment you worry, where is this tunnel leading to, then you're out of Samadhi, yeah? You have to trust yourself, just like you jump, from a big cliff, you see some water down there, you just jump into, you're not afraid of what is happening, because you just want to jump, yeah? And it's the same thing. You see the tunnel, yeah? It can be dark, it can be light, it depends on the characteristic tendency of each person, what he perceives, yeah? So, just go with the flow, yeah? Otherwise, you really have to jump into this knowingness, the moment. But you really know the breath stops, and that's where most of the people get afraid, yeah? It's just like kids, get afraid, the first time they fall asleep, when it is dark, they don't want this darkness, they want light, yeah? So, and some people, are afraid to go to sleep, because they thought, maybe I never wake up again. You understand?
Okay, understand. Thank you.
Next, Saja, you want to unmute yourself?
Thank you, Tanajan. I have been listening to you over the YouTube for a couple of years now. The hamster wheel, the analogy that you give is for our life, going on, and that's something that's so dear to my heart. That and didn't you say like that if we keep the 5 precepts, 5 or 8 precepts, that human life is more likely to be guaranteed, but even my question is that even when human life is given, there is perhaps no guarantee that we will be drawn to the teaching of Lord Buddha. Is that right? Or
that's right.
Or is that? Oh.
We have to, yeah. Just keeping the 5 precepts guarantees us, to come back as a human being. Yeah? But having faith in the Buddha's teaching, yeah, and supporting the Buddha's teaching, and supporting the monks, no matter where you are, be it in Sri Lanka or be it in Southeast Asia, supporting the monks, or even in the US, you can support the monks, or wherever you are, yeah, if there are some Buddhist monks, yeah, and be drawn to the teaching, yeah, appreciate the teaching, yeah, have faith in the teaching, and that will lead you automatically in your next life also to the teaching of the Lord Buddha. Yeah? Okay?
I have another question, Tarajan, if I may, that another thing that you frequently mentioned, even to the practicing monks, that the daily reflection, and even for us, I think daily reflection, I've been trying to practice following your advice. I do not know whether it is my lack of mindfulness or I'm getting old, that as you say, it's like a movie, these things, that you're going through this thing, don't judge it, look at what happens in the morning, that you got up, you'll go to the point of the reflection in the evening, that you can go through these things and you can actually look at them and not judge them, but look at them. But a lot of times I am able to pick up a few of them, but then there's a lapse in the thing, and I actually do not like that. And then is it that because my mindfulness is poor in general, so that's why I'm not able to do it?
No. Mindfulness, this awareness is important, yeah? But what prevents you from seeing things is the kilesas. They don't want to see what they are doing. So they are preventing, yeah? They are preventing it, yeah? It does not really matter. As long as you do daily, the daily reflection. Yeah? If you can't remember, just jump to the next point, yeah? What do you remember, yeah? I mean, if you can't remember what you were thinking while you were eating, yeah, and then just jump to the next point. When you got up, yeah, what did you do then? Yeah, what kind of thoughts were in your head? If you can't remember, jump to the next point. Yeah, I mean, you went to work or did this or did that. Yeah, you understand? And then, yeah, and this will also increase your sati, your awareness. Yeah, I mean, if you force yourself to remember something, yeah. This reflection not only shows us what we are doing, why we are doing, and what the results of our doing is. It also makes us aware of our memory and fertilizes the way that we can use our memory. Yeah. And that is sometimes very important, yeah. Especially if we practice, constantly practice, yeah. Then we tend to forget certain things that we had on the inside, yeah. And this kind of memory is helpful, to remember. This is what I did, when I had good results, so maybe I should do it again, yeah. So trying. I mean, I've seen so many people, yeah. I mean, when I ask my monks, I mean, they tend to forget, the daily reflection because the kilesas hate it. Yeah, it undermines their power. Yeah, the kilesas love to work in the dark. Yeah, just like a thief. They don't come at daylight and you can watch them how they steal things. Yeah, no, they come in the dark where you can't see them and you don't know how they stole this or stole that, or how they break in, yeah. So they don't like that, yeah. So that's why they make it very difficult, and most people tend to forget, to do their daily reflection. Yeah? If you do it, if you do it, just a little, as much as you can remember, and you will see over time you will remember more and more and more. Yeah? And it will get shorter. Yeah, because your attention or awareness is becoming sharper for this kind of thing. Yeah, for this kind of investigation. It's already an investigation. Yeah, it becomes sharper and it becomes quicker. I remember when I started doing this reflection. Yeah, it took me 1.5 hours just to go through a day. Yeah, and in the end, after 2 years, it was 5 minutes. I just saw this film. Yeah. But that takes time, that takes training, and I never forgave on it, yeah. I never let it go, yeah. I knew I had to do it, yeah. No matter how tired I was, yeah. When I came back from work, I didn't want to do it. No, you have to do it, yeah. And it shows you so much, and not only that it shows you these things that you do in your daily life, yeah. After 10 times you see, this, what I'm doing there is completely futile. Yeah? And that you will let go of it, automatically. The heart sees it. No, what I'm doing is futile, I mean, it doesn't want to do it anymore. So it lets go of all this junk that we try to gather, into our heart, yeah? And then the heart sees, this is junk, it's not necessary, it's just, it's just burdening us down, yeah? And then it lets go, yeah? You don't do these things anymore, yeah? And you become more and more, and you will have more and more time, yeah? Because things become much, much quicker, You will see all the difficulties in daily life, yeah? And why am I acting like this, It's not a judgment, it's seeing, I mean, I'm so stupid, why do I prevent this, yeah? Or why do I go out of the way, why don't I want to see this, yeah? Okay?
Thank you, Father. That's all.
The rain's... oh boy.
The rain's coming.
The rain is coming. Yeah, let's see how long we can still stay here. Yeah.
Okay. Next Anyone have a question? Eric?
Yeah. Good evening, Doctor. I want to clarify something which I came across a book author who talks about the spirituality, and his new book, which I have not read yet, but he talked about a bit about the book. The book says when we die, most of us are conditioned from young to believe that we have to go towards the bright light in the tunnel. And he says that tunnel is actually a bright light in the tunnel is actually a trap by Mara. He didn't call it Mara, but he called it something else. But what he means is Mara. So for him, if he's going to when he die, he's not going to the light. So I would like to ask Ajahn about the Buddhist perspective, or what we should do when we die.
What you should do when you die, you should be aware of the breath, or you should be aware of the body, or you should be aware of the feelings that are happening there. You should have your concentration on one point, yeah? The light itself, yeah, can happen also in normal meditation. When we can, for some people, yeah, for some people, there's a very bright light coming up, yeah, and that is a sign of concentration, yeah. So what you do with the light, you don't go into the light, you put your light, you draw the light back into the heart from where it actually originates, yeah. If you go out for the light, you know this might be a trap, yeah. But if you pull in the light, you know, yeah, if it is through concentration, the light appears. If you pull it into the heart, I mean, we can see what is going on into the heart, yeah. Now the rain is going really, really strong. Do you understand?
I don't understand the part. How do we put the light into our heart?
Now I can't understand anything anymore. Huh? Tani,
Yes, Ajahn. Can you hear me?
we have to postpone it for a week, yeah, please?
Yeah, sure. Arrange for next week. Yeah.
I mean, I still can hear, but I can't hear the people, you know, asking me the questions, yeah, anymore.
Maybe some headphones.
And they probably, you know, I mean,
I think they hear you quite well. The last time the recording, I listened to it and they hear you quite well.
So is your question answered, or?
Eric?
Can you hear me now properly?
Yeah, slightly, yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask, how do we pull the light into our heart?
We focus on the light and then pull the focus into the heart. And with this focus on the light comes into the heart. It's a general, yeah, I mean, you have to figure it out yourself, yeah. It's the same thing as jumping, you know, how do I jump into the sea, you know, or how do I jump into the lake? I mean, I can only say, jump into the lake, you know, when you see the lake, yeah. But how you do it, you know, I mean, you will have to figure it out for yourself, yeah.
Okay. So the what Bhante is saying, that we also
Wait for a second.
Go towards the light, or get tricked by the light source.
Wait, I can't hear. What do you say?
So during the time of death, if we should see the light, we should realize that is a trick, because the author, he never explained yet what is the light, because I have not read the book, but in the book he explained further details. So I wanted to conclude it. And then for those who are interested, I mean curious on who is the author, the name of the author is David Icke, and the title is called The Trap. Okay. Sadhu.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about David Icke, yeah, but I'm not totally convinced that he is so spiritual, but you know, I mean, it doesn't matter. Yeah? Now, I mean, you have to understand what is with the light, yeah? I mean, the light in our meditation is a sign of concentration, and it doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to some people that they see the light, yeah, and they are fooled by the light, yeah, and then they go after the light. So that's why I say, you know, I mean, when you see the light and it becomes, sometimes it becomes extremely bright, yeah, yeah? Then focus on the light and then pull the focus slowly into the heart. And with the focus on the light, you know, the light also automatically comes into the heart. Yeah? You understand that? How to do it, you will have to figure it out yourself, yeah?
Okay. Thank you, Sadhu.
Thanks, Eric. So, Ajahn, how's the rain over?
I understand you, but I don't know if you clearly understand what I'm saying. Do you hear the rain?
No, we can hear your voice quite clearly. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so then ask the next question, yeah. But now, of course, the people cannot hear the questions as asked.
Anyone else with questions to ask Ajahn? I think that's about it. We have some questions submitted online.
Okay, then let's do this question online in 1 week, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. Please, it is uncomfortable for me and the people here don't hear the question, so I mean it is quite useless, they only hear the answers, yeah? So if you can postpone it to next Saturday, 5 o'clock, yeah? Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Carlos and Joan, are you okay? Next Saturday? I think you just raised their hands. Okay, yeah. I think we are good for next Saturday. Okay. Thank you, Ajahn.
So I wish every one of you, you know, I mean good practice, yeah? Huh? And lots of wisdom, yeah?
Yeah, thank you, Ajahn. Let's all pay respects to Ajahn together. Bye. Yep, so we end the session early today and we can continue next Saturday, same time. Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay, so let's do it another time, yeah?
Sadhu.
Nature interferes.